Okay, real quick here, this is just a little brief demo of how this arcade cabinet works. I'll go through each emulator and load a game or so up and you'll see how it goes. First one here is MAME, or the arcade games emulator. Loads up, have a whole bunch of games in here. Here's Street Fighter Alpha 3. Sorry for the loud music on there. In the menu system it has just random 80s music that I put in there, along with video game music. So that's some of the arcade stuff. Got a bunch of Neo Geo stuff on here. Another favorite here. Got Universe BIOS for the Neo Geos, so you can cheat or whatever on it. So that's Neo Geo. Bunch of other games on there. Sega Genesis. Bunch of games on here too. Everyone wants to know if it has the Sonics. Yeah, it has the Sonics on there. Ah, nice, right off the bat. Anyways, Sega Genesis. Sega Mega Drive, which is basically the same thing. Just I put some different games on here that I don't think came out in America, or if they did, they came out under a different name. Like Last Battle was actually Fist in the North Star in Japan. This game came out here as Decap Attack, I think, or something like that. I mean, it's funny how they thought that they knew what the American audience would like, when actually we would have just liked it if they left things alone and just translated it. Genesis, Mega Drive, same thing, just I divided them up like that because I didn't want to have the Japanese games in with the American games. Good old Sega Master System on here. Yeah, Sega Master System. One of the Sega's answer to Mario was Alex Kidd. This game was hard as hell, which was part of the reason why I think that they couldn't really compete very well. Anyways, that's that. And like I said, the Sega Mark III was the Japanese version of the Master System. Super Nintendo. Everybody's favorite, Super Mario World. Probably still my second favorite game on the Super Nintendo, next to Super Metroid. It's funny how they get it right on release. So then you got a bunch of games in here too. Super Famicom, same thing as the Super Nintendo, just like put the Japanese games in that folder. Okay, Nintendo. Got the usual deals over here. One of my favorites. It's funny how this is a favorite of mine too, and I've never beat Mike Tyson on it, but it's a fun game. Shows you how hardcore I am if I haven't beat these games when they were new and all that, but I still enjoy them. Bunch of other Nintendo games on here. Bunch of fun ones. Zelda's, of course. Mario Brothers. Famicom. Got a bunch of games on here. Not necessarily because I thought they were good or anything, just because I never really played them before. And this game in particular, I've seen it go like on the rare list as far as they weren't sure if there was an actual release of it or what the deal is. I mean, 1991, so it was a relatively newer game, but I guess it's just that it's translated or something. I'm not sure what the deal is. I don't see what the big deal is. It's kind of strange. Doesn't seem like it's all that, you know, amazing. I mean, it seems like a kid's game, but I'm sure some people that are into it, they know all about it and think it's cool. I always like this game. It seems like it's out on everything. I got it on the arcade, the Sega Master System, the Turbografx 16, but I always liked the way it looked. I mean, it's kind of Chinese, Japanese. I used to think it was the American version of it, the Cloud Master. I used to think it was probably Dragon Ball in Japan, because how Dragon Ball Goku was flying around on a cloud. But come to find out, I was wrong. Not surprising. Turbografx 16, usual. Everyone mainly knows Turbografx 16 from Bonk's Adventure. I think Bonk's Revenge was probably the best one of the whole series. I really like the way the artwork looked on it. Just a nice, colorful, clean game. I really like the graphics on that game. There's a bunch of other really cool Turbografx games on here. Then Japanese games. Same thing, Japanese version of those. R-types and stuff. A few games that didn't come out in America here. I was really surprised how good the Street Fighter 2 was for the Turbografx 16. I know everybody's seen Street Fighter 2 on 100 different systems or 100 different ways or whatever. But considering that this is an 8-bit system and it has a pretty nice Street Fighter, is pretty amazing. That's a nice Japanese exclusive there. But got a whole bunch of them on here. So different graphics. And that takes us back to the main menu. So that's all of them. Okay, for those of you who are wondering actually how big this was, I figured there's no better way to show how big it is than to have me playing it. The dimensions on it are 19 inches tall, 19 inches deep, and 16 inches wide. So, 15-inch monitor, measured diagonally, of course. LCD monitor. Real arcade buttons, competition stick.